Mom, do we have bagels? Are they defrosted? I bought my brother 2 new phone cases for his birthday. In this case, I'm actually a little jealous that I got it for him.
I didn't realize it at the time, but I thought it was just a design of the Game Boy. But apparently you can actually plug it in and download games onto this.
I'm so shook. Technology's cool, man. Whatever.
Thank you. Okay. No problem.
It's the right one, right?
What? I mean,
For an 8?
yeah.
Everything. I like to say that I started, beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. Well, at the end of one of the Gospels, don't ask me which one, as you're writing your own papers and also enjoyed some of what we've done. I know that All right, take
Thank
care.
you.
Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
Thank you.
I've done absolutely nothing productive today, and I couldn't feel any better about it.
Is the first one, and then he does this.
You're right. This is good that we're splitting it up because that episode is so long. Dude, even last night the episode was dragging. I was like, how did I used to do this?
I was supposed to wake up at 7 this morning to get started writing my paper because I am not dragging this on a day longer. I know I can get it done if I just push myself. I found this website called Calligrapher, and apparently you can create your own font out of your handwriting, so I'm gonna test this out. They made me print out a template, and I guess I'm just gonna fill it out with my handwriting. I'll try to make it look as nice as possible because I've only got one font, or one try at least. When I edit my videos, I do a lot of hand-drawn titles, and I write out each title individually every single time. So I'm hoping if this turns out well, then I can just use a font and it'll be much easier. I don't know if I made all of my letters the right size, and I don't know how this will work when I scan it.